Am I the asshole for canceling a family event because they had another one without me? I, a 33-year-old female, was planning to attend a family function this week, but called my father to cancel my attendance. I am trying not to give out too many details to avoid anyone knowing who this is and causing more issues. But in short, we have a regular close family function before the holidays to celebrate together, exchange presents, and eat a nice meal. Due to illness, it was rescheduled. My parents, acting as the middlemen, communicated between the children and dates were discussed. The date they settled on was 2 weeks later, after Christmas. I was not fond of the date because the day following I had a lot planned, and my trip to be with family is close to 3 hours one way. My initial answer was no to the date, but they came back and said it worked for everyone else and offered to move it up to a lunch so I could get home at a decent time. I agreed. To provide some background, a few weeks prior, my sister had the fun idea to do an awkward photo shoot of the children and grandchildren and gift it to our parents. I took 6 hours of my night to drive to the shoot appointment a few weeks before Christmas. I saw them 2 days later, after when the original close family function was supposed to have happened, for a major family reunion. During those festivities, my sister mentioned that they were getting together with my parents the next night before Christmas. This did not bother me to begin with, but as the event continued, it became clear that everyone would be there except me. She kept insisting it was for the children. My sister then also mentioned that she planned to give our parents the photo gift that night. I got very upset as I could not understand why she could not wait until the rescheduled date to do it together. She said since the children would be opening presents, she wanted them to have something too. I said, they are adults, they can wait. My sister said she would video call me when they were opening presents, which she did not. She sent me a video a few hours later. My other sister approached me later that day about it, and although still upset, I said I did not care anymore because why should I be? I had not paid for the pictures anyway. What upset me more is that no one even asked if I wanted to come. The next day, talking to my father, he stated he was making steaks for dinner before everyone arrived, and we got off the phone. To me, it seemed like they did the whole family event without me. I did not watch the video my sister sent afterward, but the still image looks like what our family Christmas event usually looks like. Talking to my father a few days later, I said I wanted to cancel the get-together, but corrected myself and said they did not have to cancel the event, but I really did not want to attend. I would be the only one opening gifts, and we would essentially just be getting together to eat a special meal. And to me, I felt the point had been lost. I did not go into a whole lot of details about my feelings, except I did state I was annoyed by the whole situation. He did not ask any questions, just listened and said he understood, and then turned the conversation to something more lighthearted before ending it. I cried. I am heartbroken about not going. I always prioritize family events because I have been in the situation where I cannot physically be there and now take advantage of what time I can get. But I felt I needed to take care of myself. Friends suggested I go and say something in person, but I decided against that because my one sister would just turn that around and make it about her. One friend who suggested just talking to my father kind of criticized me for saying I felt the point had been lost if the point was getting together. But I still feel like I did the right thing for me. Am I the asshole? Top comments. Comment. Not the asshole, but okay, do not take this the wrong way. You need to stop this passive-aggressive behavior. State from the beginning how you feel. It is not a hard thing to do. If you are hurt, mad, or mildly upset, tell them. Yell at them if you have to. But stop playing the martyr when you give in so easily and say, I am okay, when inside you are screaming you are not. No nonsense. Just tell them the truth. Answer. Yes. Original poster, why did you not ask your sister or your father why you were not invited? Author, honestly, at first I thought I had missed something, like maybe I did not hear my father correctly when they were trying to figure out dates. Yes, I had to work that day, but I had to work the original planned day too and had scheduled to leave early. I felt like if I knew, I would have scheduled for that day too. I would not address anything with my sister. It is her world, we just happen to be in it. Comment. If you do not advocate for your feelings, then no one will. If they exclude you from things, call them out on it. You always seem to keep everyone in the loop about your availability, and it seems your sister uses that against you for whatever reason. Do not segregate yourself from your loved ones. If plans are exclusive, let everyone know what is going on. Do not let others get away with it. But when no one else advocates and points out exclusion when they see it, you may have to reevaluate your importance in their lives and let everyone know how you are going to take their treatment of you and your time and effort. Do not let anyone have the excuse they didn't know or weren't aware of your concerns. No scapegoats allowed. Update me. Comment. Not the asshole. You were purposely left out. It sounds like the sister who always wants to turn things around and make them about her succeeded in doing exactly that and purposely left you out, and no one else seems to care. I dealt with a similar situation. Eventually, it got to the point where I stopped caring and just started a tradition of having the get-togethers with my husband and children. Do what you need to do to make yourself happy. Comment. Not the asshole, although I do not see how your parents were either if this was organized by your sister. I would write a letter to your parents or an email to them explaining that not only did no one invite you to the family gathering, including your father when he was cooking the steaks for everyone else, but that you also feel your sister intentionally excluded you from the festivities, and that you were and are extremely hurt by this. Explain that you did not come and confront everyone in person because you are not in the mood to have your sister simply turn it around on you. But you still want to know why he or your mother did not think to invite you to the family gathering. By writing instead of talking on the phone or video calling, you give your parents the opportunity to consider what you have said and to think about their response, instead of immediately responding defensively. See what they say and then maybe explore how this can be repaired. Write what you think about this situation. Who did the right thing, and who is the asshole? Let's discuss it in the comments. In the meantime, let's move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for jumping out of a bathroom window to avoid my mother's attempt at forcing a reunion between me and my ex-fiancée? Some backstory. I had been dating my ex-fiancée, Sarah, for 4 years. We had been planning to get married in November 2020, but I found out at the start of this month that she cheated on me. She begged me to give her another chance, but I broke it off. The problem was that being cheated on is, in my mind, completely emasculating and humiliating, so I never told anyone that was the reason we broke up. For obvious reasons, Sarah also did not tell people we broke up because she cheated. So people have blamed me for the breakup, including my mother. They just see that I dumped her out of the blue. I have gone very strict no contact with Sarah after I discovered she was cheating on me. Sarah has been talking with my mother and has convinced her that if we could talk one more time, we would be able to reconcile. My mother has been applying intense pressure on me to talk with Sarah, but I have explained that there is no chance we will ever get back together. So tonight I go over to my mother's place because she is hosting family for Christmas Eve. I am there for a bit, talking with my aunts, uncles, and cousins, when the doorbell rings and I can see it is Sarah. I ask what the hell is going on, and my mother says she invited Sarah so we can work this out in the spirit of the holidays. I am pissed now because the only way to explain my side of the story is to tell everyone I was cheated on, complete humiliation in front of my whole family. So as my mother goes to the front door, I go into the bathroom. My mother starts knocking on the door, saying that I need to come out and talk to my ex like an adult. I say to hell with it, kick out the window screen, get in my car, and go home. My mother called a short while ago saying she is cutting ties with me over my behavior. She's really fixated on me jumping out of a window, and that Sarah will always be like a child to her. My sister called me after to ream me out for ruining Christmas. I broke down and told her that Sarah cheated on me, which is why I dumped her and did not want to see her under any circumstances. She called me a big asshole who was lying to cover for myself. Am I really in the wrong? Top comments. Comment. To hell with that. Your mother, Sarah, and your sister are all assholes. The nerve of her to show up at your mother's house. I'm pissed off just reading this. I do not understand why your mother is so invested in Sarah. Why would you want to tell her Sarah cheated on you after how your sister acted? What a fucking mess. Not gonna lie, you kicking out the screen and taking off through the window is straight savage. Reflex is up on legendary. Not the asshole. Thank you very much for the awards, kind strangers. My first platinum and 3 silvers. I am very grateful. Wow, thank you. Answer. I have to say, though, that the original poster honestly should have come clean at some point before it escalated to any of this. Yes, it should not have been his family's business, and yes, she should have believed him when he said that he was cheated on. But come on, when you reach the point that you have to essentially break out of your mother's bathroom to get to your car and drive away to avoid telling someone what happened, you have to take a step back and see how that looks to people. Having said that, I think the original poster needs a long, hard break from just about everybody and needs time to himself. Comment. Not the asshole, but dude, you have to tell them why you are acting like this. People will certainly feel a bit sorry for you, but they will realize why you do not want to be in the same room with this girl. Comment. Everybody sucks here. Well, buddy, I can understand why you did what you did, but when your mother started applying pressure to you to talk with your ex, you should have swallowed your pride and told her what happened. Yes, it's humiliating and all, but sometimes you really just have to man up and own it. As for not wanting to get back with your ex, I totally agree with you, and don't think you two should get back together, because the trust will never be the same. Comment. Not the asshole. But dude, seriously, it would have been so sweet had you just stood in the middle of the living room and just announced to everyone why you left her. Why in the world would the cheating reflect badly on you when you didn't do anything wrong? There has to be some cultural differences at play here, because it's the first time I heard this mentality where you're afraid of doing the one thing that would get people off your back. Comment. Everybody sucks here. Well, buddy, I can understand why you did what you did, but when your mother started applying pressure to you to talk with your ex, you should have swallowed your pride and told her what happened. Yes, it's humiliating and all, but sometimes you really just have to man up and own it. As for not wanting to get back with your ex, I totally agree with you, and don't think you two should get back together, because the trust will never be the same. Answer. Seriously, this person sounds incredibly immature. I hope they don't get married for a very long while. This is not normal behavior for a grown human adult. It's like those Ben Stiller movies where everything is going wrong and things keep escalating, and all he needs to do is ask for a new roll of goddamn toilet paper, and you wonder why he's so embarrassed to ask. Just ask for toilet paper, Ben Stiller. Jesus Christ. So, that's the original poster. Ask for toilet paper, original poster. Jesus, you're not 12 anymore. Edit. Sorry, I thought about it some more. I take it back. You're hurting and running. Do what you need to do to survive. I love you. What do you think about this situation? Who do you think is a jerk, and who did the right thing? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel to get more cool and interesting stories. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.